Okay, so I think you guys should be able to see my screen. If I can
Yes.
get a thumbs up, that would be great. All right. So our topic this evening is which path to lead your client, because we do have something for everyone. We are like a one-stop shop when it comes to health and fitness. And it's important that even though many of you have come to work with us for various reasons, what you're going to find in your future working with us is that you're going to have people come to you for reasons that you may not have trained for in the past. You may not have experience with. And that's a benefit of A, our teamwork, B, the many medical professionals that are part of our team that you can lean on for advice when you're not knowledgeable in certain areas. C, the fact that you have more than just one thing to offer to people, because one thing can't be for everybody. And so I believe it's important to be completely familiar with everything that you have to offer. And so that's going to be the topic of our discussion tonight. So I'd like to change this to be where you have an opportunity to learn different elements of knowing your business from both myself and from Barbara Schumann. And we're together going to interrupt and chime in when she sees something that could be an adjunct to something I'm saying. But I know one thing that she'll back me up on is the importance of really becoming a master prospector. I remember so many years ago, it was actually Barbara Schumann. She did a training at a national meeting, and she said something that's never left my mind. She said, you have to be like a detective. You're always looking for clues. And at the time I said, oh my God, she's right. That is what we have to do. We have to reveal what somebody's desires and needs are. And that is what makes a master prospector. And I remember she even used an image and a graphic of a cartoon of a detective, like, with his jacket. And I don't know, Barbara, if you remember doing that training, but
Sherlock Holmes.
okay.
With
And
the glass. You remember that? I can't believe you remember that.
oh my God, it was where I got the phrase, be a detective, look for clues. I stole it from you.
That makes me feel good.
See, and you think you don't teach me anything. I've learned more from you over the years than you even know. So even though I knew it was important to ask questions, that's something that this business taught me actually to even be doing in my personal life when I wasn't working my business. It taught me how to be a better person, a better listener. I don't know about many of you, but I have found that just before my business life, socially, I never noticed how much people talk about themselves. I never noticed how when you say something, somebody would chime in, interrupt, and then say, oh yeah, I remember when that happened to me. I remember being guilty of that same thing. It was just the way our conversations were, very self-centered. And it wasn't until I was involved in our business and I learned the importance of asking questions and, like Barb said, becoming a detective looking for clues, that's what made a master prospector. Because I was learning that if I talked more than the person I was talking to, then I blew it. I should be doing nothing but asking, because asking is how you're going to know what's important. It's going to teach you what recommendations are going to be needed to be provided to those people, because they're going to be based upon that person's health concerns, their priorities, their best learning method for their personality. Let's face it, not everybody learns the same way. I have the attention span of an ant. I am not a reader, I'm a skimmer. I could listen to a video and watch and learn better that way versus reading text on a page. I learn that way. So many people learn that way. Some people are readers. So understanding the personality of the person by asking them, how do you like to learn best? I mean, literally asking that question, because I have so many different ways that I can educate you. And so if I know the best way to provide you the information, it'll be easier for you. Also, your recommendations are going to be made based upon somebody's budget. You know, it's important to ask certain questions about their budget and be sensitive to that. We don't want to turn anybody away. We don't want to scare anybody away. And if you understand that people are on tight budgets, then we need to find a way to make this work for them. We don't want to turn anybody away. Of course, we want everybody to get everything we have to offer, because we know from a health perspective, that's what's best for them. We know that that's also secondarily going to be growing our business, but what's going to grow our business is their experience from using all our products, having all the education we can provide them, and then them telling others. It's the referrals, it's the people using everything that you've recommended, whether it's concepts and lifestyle recommendations or products. But you have to be sensitive to their budget. You can't be greedy and just try to make sure that somebody gets everything if they literally can't afford it. And then it's important that you understand their why. Always remember their why. Write down their why. Just like in your business, you have to remember your why. So when you have a rough day, you kind of go back and you remember, why did I choose to be a coach? Why did I choose to integrate these products into my recommendations? Why do I want to do this? Everybody needs a why for something, and it's critical that you understand somebody's why. So if you have a client that falls off the wagon, then you can remind them and take them back and speak in a picture and speak in a visual. That's why it's important when you're asking somebody their why to not just say, you know, why do you want to do this? What do you want to accomplish? And they say, well, I want to lose weight and get back in my clothes. You never want to stop there. You want to dig deeper, say, wow, okay, so you want to lose weight, you want to get back in your clothes. Name one thing that you want to fit back into. And when would you want to fit back into that? What does it look like? I want to hear what it is that you want to fit back into. Really dig deep, because the more you know about their why, the better coach you can be when they feel depressed, or they didn't have a great week, or they fell off the wagon, or whatever it was. When you bring that why back into their heart, you'll get them right back up on the horse. Your priority is to know everything about them. This health and wellness profile should be a critical part of the growth of your business. You can send this to people even as a prospecting tool. You can send it to everyone you know who knows that you're interested or working in the health field, whether they already know you're a coach or don't know you're a coach. What you can do is say, part of a program that I'm working with is to get a profile on as many people as I possibly can. Because if I can get this profile on as many people as I possibly can, it's going to better help me understand the majority of health needs that people have, which is going to help me be that much more of an effective coach. Would you do me a favor? And would you please fill out this form? It's editable, not meaning you can eat it, but you can literally type right on it and tell them that and send it back to you. It can be used as a prospecting tool. I know it because I have some other coaches that have done that. And their friends and their family members were more than happy to send it back. And they literally found out things about them that they didn't know, that then opened up the conversation for them to maybe mention something we have that could address the problem that they put on their profile. So moving ahead, you know, once you know things that are a concern for people, it's very important that you have this down to a science. You want to be able to say to somebody, listen, there are multiple ways that I can help you, but let's determine what's best for you. And have the passion in your voice, have the expression in your voice. Let them feel you. You need to meet them where you are with your heart. You need to meet them where you are with the knowledge, where they are with the knowledge that you have. And you have to do what's best for them. And so literally say, so let me ask you a few questions. If you could accomplish just one thing, and be dramatic, what would it be? And take notes, write it down. What's the one thing? Maybe they want to lose weight, they want to get their sugar down, they want to get their cholesterol down, they want to do like 20 things. What's the one thing? If they could do one, what would it be? And hone in on that. Don't be all over the map because they're a diabetic or high cholesterol, want to lose weight, or they are low energy. The one thing that's most important has to become what's most important to you. It's like when I'm working with a new coach and I want to talk about, when I get a few sessions into having business strategies with them and I want to know what their dreams are, their dreams become my dream. I visualize them doing what they're dreaming to do. And so you need to take on the one thing that person wants to accomplish and help them. And then it's important for you to ask that next question. So if you had a chance to, an option to accomplish it alone or with a private group, what would you choose? See which way they want to go. And what's your personality like? Are you the kind that needs daily accountability, hand-holding, or are you independent, you're good, and you just need a little check-in once or twice a week? And are you someone that eats 3 meals a day, or 3 meals a day plus a snack in between each meal, or are you a meal skipper? Learn what you can. This is so important. It's going to make you such a better coach and help your clients so much better because you're answering their needs. You're paying attention to their strengths and their weaknesses. And then the good old mighty budget has to be addressed. So many people today are really struggling financially. You think they don't have room in their budget to buy our products, but many of them who are on very tight budgets do have the means to buy the products. They're just buying other stuff elsewhere. You think you're prejudging and assuming that they can afford it. So when you're talking to somebody, say, listen, to accomplish your goals, just give me a snapshot. What would be your least and your max daily budget to accomplish that one goal you told me? What are you willing to spend? Oh, I don't know. Just give me a number. I want to hear a day. Because you need to hear where they're at. You need to be that specific. You don't want to be telling people, well, listen, if you want to do this, it's going to cost you $249 or $157 or $204. You just don't want to go there. You want to have this conversation about budgets with people because then you won't freak them out or scare them or turn them away if you understand where they are in their lives. Also, accountability and education. This is important to know from the people what they want. We've got different programs. So many of you have come to us because you were so enamored with Get Fit 21. The education, the curriculum, the fact that it's already done, that you can step in and be the best coach ever, that the professionalism that you can execute makes you look so good. However, maybe everybody doesn't want all that. Maybe they just want you. Maybe they just want you. Maybe they don't like being on Facebook or online. Maybe they just want all your attention one-on-one. Maybe they want to talk to you every day, or maybe they want to talk to you just once a week. Maybe they don't even want to talk to you. They might just say, give me the products, I'll handle it. You have to go over this with them. I recently heard of a coach that's doing group text coaching. This coach has a handful of people in a text group. And instead of them all logging in and seeing the posts in a Facebook group, they're putting the post in the text group. That's what works for this small group of people. So there are so many ways to get creative, but it's important, as I said earlier, to find out how does somebody want to be educated? And you knowing all these different vehicles for providing that information is important. Barb, do you have any comments on this?
Nothing that would make it more meaningful than what you just said. But I like the idea of not turning somebody away because they don't do Facebook. Because when I first started, I turned a few people away because they didn't do Facebook. I didn't think about it. But meanwhile, I had private clients that I was offering these products to, and they were paying me a client fee, but it never occurred to me that I could use the curriculum for Get Fit 21 and it would just be a ready-made curriculum. And I like the idea of signing them in to receive the daily emails. And that's an easy, I mean, those daily emails follow the basic curriculum of what we're posting. So that's an easy automatic way. So they're in a 21-day program that is delivering content that I don't have to post privately. They can get it every day. So
additionally, Barb, doesn't that also provide them the audio? I know one person who is just coaching her clients. She doesn't do any Facebook coaching with Get Fit 21. She does her own coaching. She uses all the products of the Prime Health Pack products, but she sends the audio lesson every single day to her client in a text. Just all the tools are there. It's how the person wants to learn. So I remember, Barb, when you were talking about turning people away on Facebook, I remember you once said, we were talking and you said, I can't be bothered. If they're not on Facebook, I can't be bothered. I remember you were saying that. And I think I might have said to you, actually, why can't you just tell the person if they don't want to be on Facebook, just set up an account, log into the group, log in, get your info, log out. And, you know, that's something to think about for people who don't want, oh, I'm not on Facebook, and they give you that whole hard time. Say, just set up a simple account, log in, log out.
Done that with quite a few people. So they're basically Get Fit 21 stalkers. They don't participate in the group, but they read everything. And then I would check in with them once a week.
So there's ways around it. Don't be so ready to accept somebody's objection. If you know all the ways that you can offer how they can do this, you will be able to prevent the objection if you know what their hang-up is. You can casually say, do you spend much time on social media? No, I don't like social media. I hate Facebook. Well, then I guess you're not bringing up Facebook, are you? I mean, you just learned that about them.
Well, it's very we have a coach on this call who was not on Facebook when I spoke to her. And she opened up an account to participate. And I won't say who she is, but I think she's doing quite well on Facebook.
Oh, see, you never know. People grow. And, you know, when you think about our society today, guys, you know, it's inevitable. If you are not going to use a social media platform, you may as well just live in a room by yourself. It's not an option anymore. I can't deal with social media when it comes to Facebook Messenger, my texting, my Instagram. I mean, Barb and I just had this conversation yesterday. I said, I can't even look at Instagram. I can't. My kids are saying, Mom, you didn't comment on what we made posted on Instagram. I can't look at another thing. So, you know, you find what you're comfortable with and stay there and don't do things you don't like. It's okay. It's
So
okay.
there's just a question in the chat about what about the Get Fit 21 app. I'd like to make a comment about that. It was developed originally for people who did not want to be on social media. And quite a few people used it. I personally did not find it appealing because it didn't allow for conversation between clients. Like I would see what people posted, but they couldn't really comment, like reply to each other. So it's a way for people just to see the posts and they post their own, but there is that community interaction that happens on Facebook, which is, I think, I love the value of people inspiring each other and reading each other's posts. And you can't really do that on the app.
It doesn't mean you can't use the app. It
Right.
just takes away what Barb's saying. It takes away the sense of community. So if someone wants to belong to a community and part of a group, they won't feel that warm, fuzzy feeling as they will in the Facebook group. So, then there's always the client that's going to say to you, I don't want to be coached. I don't need information. I know what to do. I already eat well. That's a feel great client. Just like it says on the slide by the arrow, simple actions, incredible results. Incredible results. This Unamate lemon, incredible results. I cannot believe the way that I have felt since I'm using it. I won't say it's indescribable because it is very describable. And I'm going to describe an example of it now. Got to just share a story. So I love coffee once a day. My husband every morning serves me a cup of coffee in bed. Yes. And I look forward to hearing it perk. Everybody has these one cupper things. I like a coffee pot. I like to hear it dripping. I like to smell the aroma through my house. And then when he comes walking in and puts it down on the coaster on my nightstand, it's like my morning ritual. He's making his coffee. I said, I don't want any this morning. I just didn't feel like it. I wake up every morning like a foghead. I go to bed really late. I'm not a morning person. When I have my coffee, it wakes me up, but it also makes me a teeny bit jittery, not to the point that I'm uncomfortable that I'm not going to drink coffee, but I definitely feel a little teeny feeling of anxiety when I have coffee. I only drink 1 cup a day, but it wears off and I'm fine because once I get busy, I'm not feeling it. So this morning, was it this morning or yesterday? I lost track of the days. It was yesterday. I just didn't want the coffee. And I decided that I wanted to have my Unamate, which I had made the night before in the bottle. I felt like something and refreshing. If everybody could please put their mute on, I appreciate that so we can have a clean, quiet recording. Thanks. So I had the Unamate, and I have to tell you, it was insane. I noticed probably in 5 to 10 minutes tops, I was so clear-minded. I was so awake. This sounds really contrived. I literally felt great. I felt great. I am normally someone who, in the morning, I felt great. And them naming the program the Feel Great program, and when I was talking to the owner of our company, and he says, Jan, I drink the Unamate, and he was telling me when he drinks it, he says, man, I just feel happy. I just always feel happy. I have to tell you guys, I'm literally telling you, you will feel happy. I don't know why, but you will. This is a must-have product for everyone that has not tried it yet. You will never know until you try. And it is remarkable to me. Don't ask me to explain it. It's just try it. You'll know what I'm talking about. So for the person who says, I don't need instruction, a curriculum, I'm not logging in, that's your candidate for the Feel Great program. You're going to get them the Unamate, whatever flavor, whether it's the lemon ginger or the lemon, and you're going to also educate them to the benefits of the balance, because each of these products work synergistically. One is working on mental health, the other is working on cardiovascular and digestive health. So, what's the most interesting part about this to me is, as I've observed many Get Fit 21 groups, and I look at the posts, I see the posts that get the most engagement are always the posts that have to do with emotional situations, emotional eating, mindset. Those posts always seem to engage a lot of people, which tells me we probably need to do more mindset posts in the Get Fit program. But because the Unamate addresses the mindset, and because the balance addresses the blood sugar, the cholesterol, the chemistry of the triglycerides, HDL, LDL, and all the cardiovascular issues, and then the healthy microbiome and the gut health and intestinal health. This just conquers it, that if you give them no coaching, they will use these two products and feel great. So this is a wonderful option for the person that just doesn't want to be bothered with you. They just want to feel great. And it's important that you be familiar with this program. And so going back here, let me just hit my back button. A lot of you don't realize that because of the multiple applications that our products have, it's so hard to list them all in one educational piece. And we work all over the world. We work with multiple cultures. We deal with so many different ethnicities that have been born and raised to believe different things when it comes to food and emotion and passion. But if there's one thing that everyone has in common, is we all love to eat. People don't eat to live, they live to eat. And so interestingly, as I worked for several years with different cultures, I learned how important cleansing was to some of these ethnic cultures. From being young people, they saw their parents cleanse, detox. That was not something on my radar screen, but I began to really see the value of it. And so there's a program for people that really believe in detox and cleansing. They may not have an interest in weight loss. They may not have an interest in blood sugar. They may not have an interest in Feel Great or Get Fit 21. They might be your cleansing detox kind of mentality person. So you should know about how you can help them by learning the different steps that they can use with the very same products, because the products do have these effects: the cleansing effects with all of the fiber, the balancing of the chemistry with the balance, building muscle with the complete, hydrating them with matcha, or improving their mental health with the Unamate. You have different things for different people. And if you're familiar with what their needs and wants are, you can say, I've got the program for you. We can't be one size fits all for everybody. Our products, if people use our Prime Health Pack, Balance, Matcha Complete, and they integrate the Unamate, I think that that will fill the gap for every human being, because there is no way that people can consume from the foods that they eat every single day in their lives, the kind of nutrients, the kind of fibers, the types of proteins. You just can't. And it's important that people understand that these are not just products. This is supplementation to supplement what's missing and help them assimilate the nutrients from the foods they're eating so much better. And it's been proven that when you have a clean system, you're going to better assimilate those nutrients. It's really hard if you've got a lifetime of toxic waste filling your intestinal tract that's sucking all the nutrients from the good foods that you're eating, it's impossible to get in the best of health. But if you've gone through getting your body cleansed and now you've got a clean slate to receive the healthy nutrients from the foods or the supplements that you're using, that becomes a really smart platform for somebody to get into great health. So for those of you that are coaching people, you should investigate the cleanse. You should know about it. So when you meet people that are really into that conversation, you're familiar with it. And every coach should probably do a cleanse because you should be as healthy as you can be. You can't teach what you don't know. You can't come back from where you ain't been. If you all did a cleanse of your own, you'll feel better. You'll feel cleaner. Everybody has parasites. Everybody has waste in their system. If you've never done a formal cleanse, the cleanse from our company, Unicity Cleanse, is the most gentle, easy, adaptable, effective cleanse you will ever do. And if you do it 30 days out of your life, you take to do that, you'll be able to talk about it and you'll be able to help a lot of people with it. So learn about the system of Cleanse, Balance, Build. It's available to you. We created a booklet for it. We have it in Spanish and we have it in Chinese.
Can I give one tip on cleanse?
Sure.
It's just a 30-day program that you can integrate. You don't have to fast. You don't have to give things up. You just add it to what you're doing. And I have used it with people who have stubborn difficulty in losing weight. You know, the average American holds between 12 and 25 pounds of dried fecal matter in their gut. And it's really can be very uncomfortable and they just can't lose weight. Once they do the cleanse, they feel like they've literally dropped like 10 pounds from it sometimes because they're that person that just hasn't been able to clean out their digestive system. And they're so grateful. And you see people's skin clear up and you feel, they just feel less bloated. And it is, if you've gotten somebody into Get Fit 21 and they're kind of stalled after 1 or 2 sessions and they're not making progress, I would suggest the cleanse. And the Life Fiber, which is the fiber in the cleanse, is something that I use every single morning in my shake. It's the best fiber for cleansing the colon.
I don't know if some of you have seen, there's a video that describes the importance of this product because everybody has parasites in their system. And in this package, there's 3 products. And I love it because it's priced so well. Each product in the package is only $37. So the whole package with all 3 products, I think it retails at around $112, something like that. Anyway, there's a key product in there that is a capsule that they'll take that will kill any harmful microorganism or parasite that's in their system. And if you eat sushi, you touch a doorknob, you have a pet, you got a parasite. And that's everybody. So having a quality cleanse at some point in the process that you're working with somebody, once you're working with someone and they're in the groove of doing what you're teaching them, using the products in the program, say, you know what, I think it's time to now introduce a good, healthy cleanse for you. They will trust you and say, okay. And you should consider doing that for the people that, like Barb said, might be stuck. I believe the best education is a sample. Waiting for the day that we get our complete in a sample pack. But I know there are some very exciting things on the horizon that I've learned about that I can't talk about yet because I don't know enough, but we've got some very cool things that are going to be introduced. And what I want you to know is this concept of sampling everything moving forward is going to be in a packet. But you all really should consider doing something that I actually had a conversation with one of our coaches. She's a gym owner. Her name is Franny. yesterday, we were talking about creating a sample pack where you can literally get a little box. You can go online and order them, I think, from all kinds of websites, little small white boxes. You can make a label up with your name, your contact information, your logo if you have one, and you can create your own little sample packs for people. A couple of mate, a couple matcha, a couple balance, a couple probiotic. This is the best education. People don't want to know how do the kidneys work with the gallbladder and how does it assimilate the bile acids from the cholesterol from the, they don't care about all that. It's important that you guys know some of that, those of you that are more medically driven and research driven. But the person just wants to know, what do I do? How do I get there? How do I mix it? What does it taste like? What's the consistency? How often should I use it? The sample pack would be such a smart business strategy for you. And I'm not saying give it away. Sell the samples. Straight across the board, you could do $4 a sample. I know a lot of people that sell packets, $4 a packet, 3 for $10. You can do a Chinese food box. They sell them in plain white. I saw somebody has done that with the little handle and put the packages in there. Get creative and think about creating a sample pack for people that you are coaching. I've always believed this to be so true, that stories tell and sell. It's not you having to be that amazing. Even though I like to teach you how to feel confident in your conveying of information to people, to come across, with confidence that you know what you're talking about, that's important. However, these stories are what's going to sell the product. It's the sample and the taste and the way it felt that's going to sell the product. It isn't about you and your skill set. Your skill set is important, but sending stories to people, like this storybook is a PDF. If you just send it to people, they'll read story after story after story. They'll sell themselves. So this is an important tool that you should be having in your tool chest to help educate people to understand why they should be using the products that we recommend and the program. Now we've got some new tools on the horizon. We have a new online client resource center that's going to be available very, very soon. We're looking at maybe a week. And that's going to be on our Get Fit 21 Now website. There's going to be a new tab that's going to say Client Resource Center, passcode protected. So when you have a client that wants to have the welcome guide, the metabolic nutrition guide, the recipe guide, product profiles, the company catalog, they'll be given the passcode, and that passcode will get them in there and they could download everything themselves. So you don't have to bother sending them PDFs and sending them videos and so on. It'll all be in the resource center. We also are going to have a website that's going to be getfit21coach.com that's going to be available for all the coaches. And everything you need is going to be in that website. So that'll be your resource center. Just finished creating a new brochure for marketing the program to clients and a new brochure for marketing the products to clients. And coming, we are so close. We're just waiting on a few more videos to be uploaded, and our new website for prospecting independently owned gyms and studios, places that really need our program. I mean, we have got to help the business people who are in the fitness industry because they've just gotten killed just as much as the restaurants lost so much business. The gyms, the yoga studios, the women fitness centers, they got killed this year, and it's not going to get any better for them. They've got to have an online strategy, and they've got to come across more forward-thinking and progressive. And by showing their members that they have a online health coaching program available for all their members, we're putting together this extraordinary website that will speak to that business owner to enable you to have another prospect that you can speak to. And imagine being the coach that onboards all of the trainers in that gym, or maybe they turn all of the members over to you, and it becomes a revenue stream for the gym, and it becomes a revenue stream for you. It's no different than years ago when I began to work with physicians. Physicians had an audience for the products. It just became a tremendous revenue stream for them and for me. So the same thing can happen in your industry of fitness and health. These gyms, they've got to get with the program of health because it is at the forefront of people's minds. And I'm excited about that. I can't wait till we can have the call to show it to you. So you've got to be prepared to pave the way. And that means order the products that you've not experienced yet right away. If you've never done the cleanse, get one. You've got to invest. This is a business, everyone. You're investing in yourself. You know, you can spend as much or as little as you want in this business. There's no rules of what you have to do. Our responsibility is to tell you the things that will benefit you and benefit the growth of your business. And having product for yourself, obviously, and having additional product to sell or give to people. That's going to grow your business. Being familiar with everything we have so you can be authentic. When somebody tells you, what was it like, you know, with that cleanse? Well, I don't know. I never did it. You just killed your credibility. So everybody needs to do a healthy cleanse. If you haven't, put it on your radar screen to be part of your education working with us, because you can't teach what you don't know. And this helps you also maintain your integrity. We're not about peddling products. We're not about selling people things that they don't need. We are a company and a group of people that are really focused on educating, helping people get healthier, teaching people what they're aching to learn, and providing them the healthiest, safest, nutritional, medically endorsed supplements on this planet. 30 years this company has been in existence. 40 countries we've touched lives. We're not a new kid on the block. So we're not a here today, gone tomorrow. This company doesn't have to prove anything to anybody. Our products are not on trial. They've been proven. All of you need to now be educated and ride the wave of what our company is doing, whether it's Get Fit 21, Feel Great, or you combining your personal skill set with the supplementation. But whatever it is that's going to be right for the people that you're talking to, you are the one that's responsible to pave the way. So, Barb, do you have any closing comments?
I have one area that I wanted you and I to touch on that you really didn't talk about, and that is speaking to our colleagues, other health coaches, other personal trainers, developing business partnerships with them, and creating your own team. I have found that when I went to school to become a health coach, and I graduated from health coaching from the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, I struggled to go out and get clients. People looked at me when I said I was a health coach, and they did not know what that meant, and they were not about to pay me for my services. But if I told them I was a personal trainer, they would be ready to pay me. I have found that if you are a health coach who's been through a health coaching program, you have so many colleagues who are looking for a way to start their health coaching business. And I feel like listening to your colleagues, listening to what they're looking for, this is a moment with this company that as you put together your own Get Fit 21 clients in your program, and then you think about the colleagues who you've been talking to throughout your education, throughout your schooling and invite them to see what you're doing, they're going to be so grateful to you. Because I believe that we can't keep this a secret from our colleagues. That is a huge market. It's not just that we want to help our clients, we want to help our colleagues. This program has allowed me to develop my skills as a coach that I couldn't have touched as many lives in the last 4 years doing one-on-one coaching as I have through Get Fit 21. Peggy's shaking her head. She knows. She's been through a health coaching program. It is tough to go out and sell your services as a health coach. And I see other people shaking their head. This is a strategy that we need to work on, because I believe that when you work with people who are heart-based entrepreneurs, people who care about helping other people, and you deliver a program for them that they can then be effective in helping many clients, you're going to feel good about what you're doing. And we're not just here to help change people's health. We're here to expand the team of people who can go out and help people's health, because we can't touch that many lives, each of us. There's just so many people you can coach and Get Fit 21. But if you have a team of other health coaches or personal trainers who want to help people just like you do, you got to begin to share this with them. So.
And it also can happen organically. I want to expand upon that. It started with one physician who had an experience, who then shared it with a partner, who then shared it with a group, who shared it with a buddy who was another doctor that he went to med school with, who shared it with another group in that state. I mean, this will take on a life of its own if you really start to look to communicate with your peers and realize that, like my husband said to me, he thinks that I've touched more lives through this business than he did in a 30-year medical practice. So don't just be in your own lane. Take off your blinders and expand your vision. And that will help so many other people. And at the same time, send your business skyrocketing. And there's nothing better than a skyrocketing business that, you know, when you go to sleep at night, you feel great, because as your business has grown and you've made money, it only came as a result of helping somebody. Everything and every dime we make only happens when we help people. And we help people by instruction and products, period. So on that note, I'm going to, if anybody has any questions, we can open it up for questions, and just hope you enjoyed this conversation tonight.